right, it is one of the cruelest cons in America. I'm talking about adoption scams. Couples hoping, wishing, praying to have their own child become easy targets for the heartless con artists who pose online as birth mothers. They pretend to be pregnant. They pretend to have what these couples so desperately, desperately want. The perpetrators destroy their victims emotionally and oftentimes financially. And what makes it even worse is that there is no real way to regulate this deplorable scam. Today, you're going to meet women who wanted nothing more than to just hold a newborn child in their arms. Instead, they were misled, lied to, and left devastated by a woman who claimed to be pregnant with a baby meant for them. Take a look at this heartbreaking story.
My husband and I are victims of an emotional rape. About a year ago, we decided to put an ad online that we wanted to adopt a baby. Within 3 days, a woman emailed me. She told me her name was Bella. About 4 days after we met Bella online, she chose me and my husband to be parents of her baby. Bella had my friends and my family write reference letters. This is hard. They poured out their hearts to her, telling her what kind of parents we would be. We just thought she was perfect. As soon as she told us it was a girl, we went shopping. We bought tons of clothes. That's what she was supposed to wear home. We decorated our nursery, just getting ready for the baby. We painted the room yellow. Bella stated, if you keep it yellow, the baby will think the sun is always up and she'll stay awake. So we redone this room in pink for Bella. Whatever she wanted, we did. We spoke to Bella and agreed that she would come here November 1st. October 31st, she called me and told me that the doctor said that her blood pressure was too high and that she was unable to fly. I was a little paranoid that she was going to change her mind. So I paid a service to do a reverse cell phone search, and it came back to her real name. Melissa. My heart sank, my stomach dropped. And I just cried. I knew then that she wasn't real. And then I called her to confront her and ask her why and how, and she hung up. When I found that Bella's name was really Melissa, I Googled her name. It came back to an adoption scam website. It was a story of a lady named Jen.
A woman named Melissa, who told me she was Shawnee, placed an advertisement saying that she was going to be placing her baby for adoption. We were in contact with each other between 5 and 6 months total. One particular night I was on the phone with her in the room that would be the baby's room, and I said, you know, I think I'll paint this room. And she said, oh, but don't paint the room yellow, because yellow's the color of the sun and that'll keep the baby awake.
My name is Crissy, and just like Jen and Marie, I shared the same dream. We all desperately wanted to have a baby, and we all got taken advantage of. I had given her over $2,000 during the course of our relationship. I sent Melissa 2 air conditioners, over $1,000 in cash, paid her cell phone bill, bought her long distance calling card. We were in week 29. I was traveling to Wisconsin for the baby's second ultrasound, and the day before, Melissa called me and told me that the baby had died. I was completely devastated. It was like the bottom falling out of your whole world. About a week or so after Melissa told me the baby died, she IM'd me. She told me that she had sent me the baby's ashes and a copy of the death certificate. I never received any of that. She takes it farther than she has to take it. She not only just stabs you in the heart, she twists it. I just kind of shut down. The baby's due date had been December 6th. So December 6th of the following year came around, and I was a little emotional. And I emailed Melissa. I asked her, was the baby ever real? And she said no. She said that she felt like it was time to tell the truth. She had been through rehab. She was clean and she was sober, so I asked her everything I could think of. How many couples were there? How she picked us out. I said, did we appear stupid? Was there something that we said that made you think, okay, that's the sucker I'm gonna get now? She was really, truly amazed at how easy it was to get people to believe and to get people to want to help her. She felt like she could be important to somebody. Melissa said she felt a connection with me and that I was the one who had haunted her. I hope that I'm ready to move on. I want to adopt, and I let her rob me of 4 years of time. I let her break me, and that's one of my biggest regrets.
Marie, why were you wanting to adopt to begin with?
Me and my husband have fertility problems. I've had 2 miscarriages and a failed adoption where the mom decided to parent.
Where the mom changed her mind and
Yes.
decided to do it. When you got the affirmation from this, who you thought this was, she used another name, what was it, Bella Campanelli?
Yes.
How did it feel to think you were finally going to be blessed with a child?
Dreams were going to come true.
It was just 4 days ago you were supposed to have that.
At this moment, I should be in a hotel room with my baby girl, waiting for ICPC to clearance to leave the state. Yeah.
Because all of y'all were doing this all legally, all right up front, going through all the proper channels and processes. This wasn't something that you were trying to run the process.
No.
All of you were doing everything you were supposed to do. True, Jen?
Yes, we had all contacted attorneys, agencies. We had all done our research on the laws in different states and everything that we needed to do to make it up above board.
Here's where we are at this point. You know, I told you guys on the phone we weren't going to quit. We were just going to keep going until you were able to get some closure on this. I don't want you to stop. I don't want you to stop in your quest to have a family and a baby. I want you all to have exactly what you want. And you just can't give your power over to her. We wanted you to have a chance to get some closure, and Alyssa has admitted to scamming people on the internet about adoption. She has come here today. 3 of the victims are here. I'm going to talk to her.
Hi.
Melissa?
Yes.
Dr. Phil, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right. I appreciate your being here. Why did you agree to come?
Mainly because I would really like to have the chance to apologize to Crissy, to be able to look at her and tell her that I'm sorry. And, you know, I don't understand how my brain works. I don't understand why I do what I do.
I want to tell you, I think it's a real step in the right direction for you to be here, because you've hurt a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And coming here and being willing to face up to it, deal with it, and acknowledge it is a huge step in the right direction. And I really commend you for that. I do. You didn't have to do it, and you did. And I just tell you that's a step in the right direction, and it takes courage to do it. What I want you to do is go all the way. I don't want you to halfway do this. You've come all of this way. I want you to show your face. I want you to walk with me outside to the set and talk to these women and just and face up to it, so you can walk out of here today saying, okay, I stepped up and did it. I stepped up and looked these women in the eye. I've put that chapter behind me. I owed it to them to let them get closure. I've given them the only gift I have left to give them. And I think that's something that you can really be proud of. It's that huge step through the wall that you need to do. Will you do that with me?
I have a real problem talking to Marie, just because I've read everything that she said about me. I don't believe that anything good would come of that.
You scammed her, true?
Yes.
You scammed her. There's no debate about that. I mean, you know that you did. You know you scammed her. You know you scammed Crissy. You say you don't remember Jen, but you scammed Jen. She's the one that you left a message on her cell phone, which she picked up halfway there when she was making a connection in Chicago. There may not be anything good come of it for you, but I can tell you for Marie, for Jen, there will be something good that will come of it for them. It's something you can do for them to let them get closure on this.
I'm not going to apologize to Jen when I don't remember her.
I'm not asking you to commit to saying anything. I'm just asking you to go out and look these ladies in the eye. You know, be enough of a person to own what you did and look them in the eye. Crissy, meet Melissa.
Hi.
What do you want to say?
When you confessed to me, you told me that you were sorry that you did it. You said that you had a drug problem, and you told me that you got sober. And what I want to know is what led from you being sober into these people contacted me on Wednesday. And Melissa, you haven't just done this to me. You've spent, what, the last 2 years, 3 years doing it to other people. What happened? I mean, what changed between you feeling remorse for me and then forgetting it and going forward and now there sits Marie in the same situation I was in almost 4 years ago?
Selfishness, fulfilling my own needs and not caring about anybody else's.
But when you were doing it, you knew how it tore me up.
Mm-hmm.
Was I the first? Who was before me?
There were a few at the same time as you.
A year before? 2 years
No,
before?
the very same time.
But what about Marie? I mean, you felt remorse for me, so did you feel the guilt when you're doing this to Marie?
No.
No?
No,
I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I mean, you had her believing that there was a baby and she was coming to get it. Were you going to tell her that the baby died the same way you did me?
I had not thought it through, thought it out, thought it to the end.
Is that what you always did? The baby died?
No.
That was just special for me.
No, there was one other one that I told that too.
When you said the baby died, how come you couldn't just say the baby died, or I changed my mind, or you said that the baby died and that you saw it, that you delivered it. You said that the skin was kind of see-through or something like that. And then you said that you were sending the ashes. What makes you go that extra step? I mean,
I didn't want to hurt you. I never wanted to hurt you.
but you did.
I did. And I'm sorry for that.
Do you know, for the last 4 years, I haven't even been able to think about adopting. I shut myself off. I didn't talk to friends. I didn't go places. I just refused phone calls. I just didn't talk to anybody. The first time I discussed this whole situation was with the producer just a few days ago. You broke something in me, and I don't know how to get that back.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.